All right, all right, all right. It's so good to be with everyone. And we've already got some great comments already. So I'm going to review those. We've been sort of chatting before it the we started. And so we've already got like let's see.
Several people in the house.
PJ's PJ from PJ Slots and Entertainments and PJ Golfer. He's the one that spurred me on to do this. He says, "Hey, you going live tonight and talk about the Derby?" Because I did that a couple of years ago, and did some prognosticating. If you listen to me, you'll probably go broke, but still going to give you my picks. And PJ says he's going to sip on some Buffalo Trace. This was earlier today.
Sounds good.
And Nathan says, you better have some big pours and put your money on the Mohawk. And I hope the sound and the picture looks good. So Nathan's talking about Flying Mohawk, the racehorse, who I'm not going to bet on him, but that don't mean anything. He may come flying up like a Mohawk.
Like a Rich Strike or something.
Yep, like Rich Strike. I hate that horse. So then we have Nate says he's out bourbon hunting in New Jersey.
Yeah.
And because he's at a wedding, and I don't understand why people get married on Kentucky Derby weekend. But we kind of did. Our anniversary was yesterday. So it was pretty close.
Sure
it might have been on that day, actually.
Yeah.
So, and so I'm sure there's the one thing you have to watch out for in New Jersey is the New Jersey Devil. That's a cryptid spotted all over New Jersey. So you got to watch out for him.
Better watch out for him, Nate.
He'll steal your bourbon.
Sorry, Lori will take care of that.
And Scott and Christy are in the house, I think. I know Scott said hi. I'm sure Christy is.
She's, I'm sure, nearby. Hello, Scott and Christy.
And you can see Scott put the little Bigfoot happy emojis on there. And you could do that too for $1. You become a member. $1, guys. Just $1.
You can just emoji us all the time.
Yeah, it's only 99 cents, really. But anyway, let's see what else we got. Nathan said he found a Bardstown Discovery 12 after he'd been looking for it for over a year. So he found it in New Jersey. That's pretty cool. PJ says he's making an old fashioned, which is my favorite. Now, does anybody know what the official drink of the Kentucky Derby is? Anybody know that? Oh, and Scott, I did mail your gift card. So.
And Terry, you're behind.
And Terry's Terry in there?
Yep.
Oh, Terry's. Yeah, I'm still behind. I'm sorry. So we got old fashions. PJ says his Luxardo cherries is what you need when you're making old fashioned. He's good until 2028. That's good. And Shauna's in here.
Hey, Shauna.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for joining
Really nice
us.
people. I was in a live stream with them, and they're awesome.
Cask.
Good people.
529.
Yes.
Check them out.
Go to their channel. If anybody can look for Cask 529, go drop their link for us. We appreciate you. And there's Christy saying hello.
That's right, Scott. It's a mint julep.
And PJ's one of the nicest people you ever meet. Of course, everybody on here is really everybody I've ever met in the bourbon community or in the Vegas community are really good people.
Top notch. Adam got it right, mint julep. Steve got it right, and Scott.
Mint julep is it.
That is correct.
So he says, I've not done my Derby homework yet. Give me the winner pick. We're going to be talking about some picks. So I'll show. I've already did the future wagers. That's another thing, but I had a bunch of those. He said Derby Day should be a legal holiday. Yeah, except it's already on Saturdays, so you don't get any days off. Except today was the Kentucky Oaks, and that was cool. I watched that today, made some bets.
And there's Adam. Did we say hi to Adam?
There's Adam.
How are you doing?
Good to see Adam in here. He's one of Nate's good friends, and I got the pleasure of meeting him. And there's Rob Walker. Hey, Rob, thanks for coming in. And Steve, mint julep with Woodford Reserve. Yep, that's the ticket. And Adam had it. Was he the first one that said mint julep?
I think so.
Yeah.
That I see. But him and Steve, and PJ said it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all in a row.
I want to bet on Luxor Cafe and PJ slots and then I think Luxor Cafe. That's the one thing I will say about this. The last couple of years, the Japanese horses were all hyped up, and Forever Young was a really good horse. Almost won, came in second. I mean, he's really good. And then the Macedo Gake, he was really good. Came in like fifth or something. I'm not sure Forever Young came in second.
I can't.
Yeah, he was right there. It was the Sierra Leone, Forever Young, and Mystic Dan. So
he remembers that.
So now
I don't.
You're quite welcome. You guys are not good. I enjoy watching you guys live. They do a lot of different stuff. If you guys are into bourbon at all, go check them out because they're really.
Please do.
They have some great content, and they have $1,000 mint juleps in Kentucky. What? That's crazy.
Whoa.
Man, I'm way behind.
Yes, you are.
And and that's Sean's better half.
Hello, Cask 529.
And let's see. I guess Sean is the better half. I'll let her decide that.
That's up to you, Sean.
And Andy come in early to wreck the live stream.
Good speed.
Just stopping in to say hello and happy anniversary to you crazy kids. Thank you, Andy. Appreciate you, buddy.
Appreciate it.
So that's all nice. And now we're up to date. So I guess I'm going to open up a bourbon because we're going to talk about Kentucky Derby.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been holding on to this bottle for a long time and have not opened it yet. The Woodford Reserve, let's see if I can get that on to focus. 121.2, have not opened that. It's a Masters collection. I hate to even open it, honestly, but because it's Kentucky Derby Day and it's the Woodford Reserve Kentucky Derby, we're going to do Woodford Reserve, and I've been wanting to try this.
They are the official sponsor,
and I think actually Nate had one that I tried, and it was really good. I think, is that right, Nathan?
He's busy.
He's gone. All right, let's see if I can
Might as well
open this.
try it, right? We can always get another one. Right.
And there is a little tab, but you know me, even though there's a tab, I like to break out. This is a knife that the GOAT, Bill Coleman, gave us. Another knife. He also gave us this knife, the buck knife that I've used.
And Bill's probably working tonight.
Mm-hmm.
We did this at the last minute with some nudging from PJ.
And Shauna says she loves.
Yes, Woodford is good
He said
stuff.
Shauna's the better half for sure.
Dr. Hamilton.
She's a lucky woman. And
hello, sir. How are you, Dr. Hamilton?
Dr. Hamilton. All right, Dr. Hamilton, we like to call him. PJ says you got to open it. You hunt to find good bourbons, no sense in saving it. That is true, and Hadn't seen this young man in a while. It's always good to see him. Always very supportive. Appreciate you. So
great to see you.
This cork pull. Did you say Terry Meyer was in the house?
Yes, he is.
We're gonna. This is gonna go out to my man Terry Meyer up in Minnesota. I hope their weather is warming up.
And Terry, your gift card is on the way. Promise.
Yeah, I mailed it the other day, so you'll get it. Yeah, he said Bill Coleman is the GOAT, 102 and still working.
Yes. Yep. He stays very busy.
He does. So, Terry Meyer, this cork pull's for you. Ooh,
that was a good one. Good.
How's the sound in the picture, everybody? Thumbs up on that?
Yeah, let us know.
Ooh, can you smell that?
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh, that's like heaven. You better grab your glass now, guys. We got these Frontiersman Glencairns that you can order off of frontiersmanadventures.com. We'll talk about that later, but it's frontiersmanadventures.com. Thanks everybody for coming in.
Let us know if anybody's had this or has it and hadn't tried it or have tried it. I don't know if Shauna has.
Now this is about $150. I think it was $149 or maybe it was $159 when I picked it up.
Terry said it's only 48 there today, but should be in the 70s this week.
Ooh, 48. Oh, well, PJ, thanks for noticing that. I have never really celebrated any milestones, but I think what I'll do once I do get to 6,000 is I'm going to give away a bottle that's worth $60. I'm going to give one to my Shauna.
Oh, thank you, Shauna. Cass 529.
That is really cool. So I'll give one to the Patreon members. We'll spend for that. Then I'll give one to YouTube members, and then might even just give a bottle to some people in the stream. We'll figure that out once I may retire.
Come up with.
You guys know I almost retire every other week from YouTube, but thank you, Shauna, again. Thank you, Shauna. You guys are awesome. You and 529, Cass 529, a great channel. So we appreciate you very much. Happy anniversary.
Yeah, thank you. You know what we got? Well, I guess we better talk about that later. I was going to say what the gift was we actually got for our anniversary.
We can tell them.
Y'all probably never guess. Mm-hmm. You know how you have your silver and you get silver. You have your golden anniversary, you get gold. Well, on your 26th anniversary, you get a new hot water heater. Who knew?
That's the truth. We're like, well, happy anniversary. We did go out to dinner, and that was fun.
After we got the hot water heater, got it installed, we went to dinner.
That's a really good question. Is there any good bourbon in Alaska? I don't know.
That's a good question.
And I bet if they do get it, it's pretty expensive. So,
Polly Walnuts, welcome in, sir. How are you tonight?
Yeah, happy Friday to Paula. Good to see you coming in. And nothing says love like a new hot water heater. I know.
So for you guys who haven't reached that 26-year milestone yet, now you know what you have to look forward to.
Do we have a large tub? No. Well, no, we don't. PJ, I think you've been in our house. We just barely got enough to turn around.
Yeah.
It's very small. And Terry Meyer's laughing. Well, I will be there in 51 days. I'll look. Yeah, definitely. Let us know. Do a bourbon hunt in Alaska. That would be so cool.
Right.
That would be awesome.
Oh man, this was just.
Let's get to this real quick. This smells. I mean, it's like your typical brown sugars, vanilla,
creamy.
Yes, even on the nose, and I haven't even tasted it yet.
Oh.
And did you taste it?
No, not yet. I'm getting like the creamy vanilla, the creamy, almost like creamy cinnamon.
You could they need a candle like this. I'm sure they got one. Gift that keeps on giving. That's right. Exactly right.
Until it don't.
It keeps on giving. So let's try this. Oh, wow. That is very, very good. What did I do with that bottle? Give me that bottle. That is so good. And I wanted to see.
Yum.
It is 121.2, so it's got some proof. I don't know if they give an age statement on here. I doubt it.
I get that proof right in the very back of my throat.
Mm-hmm. If anybody knows, Shauna and her husband might know, but that's really, man, that is really, really good stuff. I mean, that.
Oh my gosh.
You do taste a little oakiness in the back, but it's sweet, sweet, sweet. Then you get a little oakiness, and it finishes nice with a nice warm hug right here, but a nice sweet.
Right up here, the very back of your throat. Oh yeah, I get the sweetness. And like in the front, I do get like the light creaminess almost.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty smooth, except for that I get this one heat line right across. But that was just the first sip, so.
Yeah, and he says no excuse not to take steamy showers now.
That's right. It was touch and go there for a few days. We were trying to make our old one last as long as we could.
I know. Because we're trying to go to Vegas. I don't know if it's going to happen, but we're trying.
That definitely put a dent in it.
But I'm going to show you here in just a second. I'm going to show you how I get to how I make my picks. Kind of. I'm going to go through the horses with you and try to get to the picks. And so Brian is right that there's no excuse for us not taking a hot steamy shower now. So we can do that. And Shauna, see, I knew she would know. Age for an average of 6 years. Mm-hmm. So some of it's probably a little bit more than 6. Some of it might even be 4, but it all adds up. Look at Pete.
Vegas.
Did he send me a Cash.App?
Vegas, Shauna's or Brian says that is their favorite destination. Man. Us too.
Oh man, we'd love to meet you guys there sometime.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
I would love to do a meetup there sometime. That would be really cool.
Yes, that would. It's
so
PJ's
guys,
favorite place. It's Andy's favorite place. It's Dr. Hamilton's favorite place.
Dr. Hamilton just sent us. I don't know if you can see this. Let me see. I don't know if you can see. Yep, there it is.
Thank you, Dr. Hamilton. That is so nice of you.
Really nice.
Really appreciate that.
Nice anniversary present. That will be. That'll help on the. Well, we've already paid for the daggone.
It'll help replenish.
It'll help on Vegas.
Yeah, it'll replenish our.
Thank you so
Vegas
much.
fun we had to get into.
That was very nice. He's always very supportive like that. DJ said he had to replace my hot water heater last year. No fun to have that expense. No, not when you're trying to save to go to Vegas.
Yes.
I mean, I was like, dang, that's a whole day of gambling.
Yeah.
Found a whole shelf of George Dickel Tabasco.
Jackpot.
That has got to be the
Nate.
nastiest. That's got to be worse than Malort. Oh my gosh.
Oh Lord. Goodness gracious.
He said, I need a new hot water heater too. I'm living on bar. I know. It's crazy. Here's Macedo Games. Been a long time. I hope you two are doing well. We are doing well.
We are.
Well,
Thank you. Thanks for coming in.
Coming back to say hi.
Yeah.
I know we could get Charlie from Bourbon and Balls involved with the Vegas meetup.
Oh, there we go.
Sounds good to us.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, also want to do.
Oh, Bianca. Okay. I was wondering. I wasn't sure.
Bianca.
Nice to
that's
see
my girl.
you.
My girl from Kingman.
Yes, we have not heard from her in a while.
I love her. She
Good to
was
see you.
one of my favorite students ever. So, and she wasn't really a student. She was just always in my office hanging out. So good to see her. All right, and so
This is
let's get to some.
phenomenal.
Some people may be coming in just for the picks, just to see what I do. But I'm gonna show you kind of like what I do to make my derby picks. What I use is daily racing form. So, and I've got it set up to the Kentucky Derby race right now. Does that come up, honey?
Yep.
And so you can see there was 20 horses in it, and now it's down to 19. Actually, there was 20 and one standing on standby, which was Baeza.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's pulled into the race, Baeza, and I haven't, he could win. Baeza could definitely win this race. So what I do is you can see these numbers. Here's the horses I think can come in first as of right now, but I would add, I think I got Baeza number 21 right there. So 5, 7, 8, 9, that's my favorite ones. I've also got 10 and 18, possibly at second. But now 10 is gone. So I got to go down here, and he got scratched today.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that. He got scratched.
So
I knew Rodriguez did, but
Grande got scratched. I got to toss him.
I did not know that.
And I would probably put, let's see, if I go down here to 21, right now I've got him third. Okay, so I see right there. So, and then I've got, you can look at all the horses that I think could possibly come in third. And then you can see the ones that I've tossed, like Neoquist, Final Gambit, Rodriguez, because he's scratched. Admire Daytona from Japan, Grande scratched, Flying Mohawk, that's Nathan's horse. He might win. All these ones, probably what I would do is just bet the ones I tossed. And then you probably have a good chance. And then Render Judgment, that's an instant toss. Sandman, who is going to go off. There's a big thing about Sandman because the Metallica song, Enter the Sandman. And he may win. He may win.
It's tough because there is a lot of good horses.
And Chunk of Gold. And actually, this is an amazing story. Chunk of Gold they bought for $2,500. So just think about that.
Cheap.
And then Owen Almighty, I tossed him. Now, how did I come to that conclusion? Well, what I always look at are the first thing I do is I look at these numbers right here. These are the speed ratings. So like when a horse runs a race, then there's different entities that rate the speed. Okay, so you can see at Citizen Bull, he's run 98s and 96, which is pretty good. All right. And so I think he'll be the first one out the gate, but I don't think he can go the full mile and a quarter. He may hang on, get a piece of it like third place. But you can see I tossed him. And then here, this was I had Rodriguez as a potential winner because he ran 101 Beyer speed figure and a 90 and a 91 and 100. He's a fast horse. And I liked him, but he's gone. And then this is he's right now, I think he's 12-1. He's dropped to 12-1. His highest race, he's had a 95 twice. He's the most experienced horse. And I just like him because he won. You can see right here, he won the Virginia Derby. So for a good price, I'm going to bet on him probably to win. Then you got your Japanese horse right here, which they don't have those speed figures, you see, because they're from Japan. They don't do that. Luxor Cafe, the same thing. But Luxor Cafe has had 6 races. He's won 4. See these numbers up here? Lifetime 6 races, 4 wins, and 1 second. And then 1 time he didn't finish in the money. All right. Here's the beast. You look at this. He had a speed figure of 108 and a speed figure of 102. Now, you can't only go by speed figures. Y'all, there's so many other things, but that's where I first looked. And I look at the competition, but you can see he's had 5 races. He's won 4, and he's came in third once. He, just watching him run, he's just an unbelievable horse. And he's probably going to be your winner. So if you want to bet the winner, probably bet on him. If you want to try to get a little bit better odds, maybe pick somebody like Flying Mohawk. If he wins, because the favorite rarely ever wins the Kentucky Derby. Then you got Burnham Square, who I love this horse. I think he's a really cool horse. He might not be quite fast enough, but he's really cool. And they bought him for, I forget, it wasn't much. It wasn't much. And then Grande's gone. And there's Flying Mohawk. Now here's why I'm not too high on Flying Mohawk. You see these green numbers means he's run on turf, which is grass. He's also the blue means he's run on a synthetic course, not dirt. So he's never run on dirt. So that's why I'm like a little leery, because it's probably going to be a little muddy. And Flying Mohawk likes to start from the back. He's going to get a lot of mud in his face. He's never had that experience. So we don't know how he's going to act. Couple more. I love this horse right here, East Avenue. Publisher is never won a race, but he's in the Kentucky Derby. But he could win. And I love his trainer, Steve Asmussen. I love him. And then you got Tiz-tastic, who I love. I think he could do it, especially if it's wet. He could get there. And his trainer, Steve Asmussen. And then you got Render Judgment. Here's Coal Battle. Love this horse. They bought him for $70,000. And look, he's won. Already, they bought him for $70,000. He's earned $1,188,000. He's like a big underdog, but I really love him, and I'll probably put some bets on him. There's Sandman, and then another one is Sovereignty, who's going to come from behind. Tough, fast horse, and that's pretty much it. So, is there some comments, questions? So you can see who, just going through who I like. Do what now?
PJ says he'll box Luxor Cafe.
Okay. So, yeah, put him in first, second, third. So that's cool. So I really think journalism is going to win, but I'm going to put some bets against him too, because I think there's, I think Tistastic could get there.
Yeah. Anything can happen. Yeah. That's the thing. Yes, journalism does look like the best horse on all the stats and paper and
right.
And even the races that we've seen, but you just don't ever know.
No, you don't. And look, he said that's a good $70,000.
Yes.
Yeah, and I love that horse, man. He's won some pretty good races, and I'm gonna bet on him. So when I bet, sometimes I'll try to bet. I'll do win, place, and show. So those horses that I had to win, I'll probably win bets, or I may bet them win, place, and show. And then I might do some exactas where I'll put journalism with like sovereignty. That's probably a bet I'll make. Or journalism with Burnham Square.
That is Render Judgment. Cask 529 asked, which horse was owned by Toby Keith?
Yes, Render Judgment.
Render Judgment.
And he's been bet down because of the sympathy vote for, and you can't knock any of these horses. They're all good horses, and it's really hard to pick the Kentucky Derby. So Render Judgment and Sandman are a lot of people are putting money on them because, hey, they like Toby Keith.
That's right.
They like Metallica. They like that Sandman.
Well, one of the reasons, Coal Battle is to me a good horse. I've watched him in several races. One of the reasons he's my favorite is I listen to their stories, like how they were bought or how they were trained or who their trainer is, and of course how they do in the races. But I don't know. I get a certain affection for them because of that. And Nate was just saying, like me, he gets an affection. He likes Mohawks, so that's why he likes Flying Mohawk.
And he likes him because I think we were watching a race together. And they had his mane red, so he was flying down the course, that red mane flying like a red Mohawk, and so he is a cool horse. And I've bet on him before, but I'm just a little worried because he's never ran on dirt. But you
never know.
We never know what's going to happen. You just never know.
No, that's the thing.
My sympathy, I'm with her on Coal Battle.
Yes.
To me,
just loves him.
I love sovereignty. I'll probably bet journalism and sovereignty 1-2. It's hard for me to leave journalism out of anything. And then the other horse that I think my favorite horse is American Promise. He's big.
I like him too.
He's 17 hands high. His father is Justify. And Justify was the last Triple Crown winner that won the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness, and the Belmont Stakes. So that's a pretty good, if that's his dad, and he looks exactly like his dad. Built, big, strong. So that's what I like about it. Now, Nate says, fast as he is, he'll barely be touching the dirt. So any questions at all about any, and I can go back to that screen and show you some, answer any other questions. But before we do that, today, one of my favorite horses of all time ran today, and he hadn't run since I guess it was November. And in the Kentucky Derby last year, he was the favorite, but he got bumped at the gate, and then he just didn't do very good. He ends up finishing like what, 14th or something, or like, and he was without a doubt the fastest horse. Let me just show you a quick clip of Fierceness, what he did today. Mm-hmm. Let me see if I can find this clip, and I'll show you this. And this was on the, I'm all into horse racing. I'm all into Bigfoot, and I'm all into bourbon. So here's Fierceness. He actually set the track record today. And so now he's 4 years old. So only 3-year-old horses can run in the Kentucky Derby. So here's him coming down the stretch. If I can find that clip. Well, here it is. All right. Watch this.
At the quarter pole. They're off the turn. Most Wanted drifts out to confront Fierceness, but it's going to fight Fierceness to the final 16th. Fierceness digs in. Most Wanted continues to battle, but Fierceness is getting away late, and Fierceness is back in style.
So the reason I show you this is because the reason I show you this is because Fierceness is really fast. I mean, he has buyer speed figures of 111 and 110 and 108, and he's probably got about 112 on that race right there because he set the track record for that race today. He was the fastest horse last year, but you know what? Sometimes in the Kentucky Derby, the fastest horse doesn't win because it's all, you got 20 horses in there, so it's crazy.
That's the other thing I was thinking of a minute ago when we were talking about who we like and stuff, that you never know because of the massive amount of horses in there. Like all the other horse racing we watched throughout the season, if you will, none of them have that many, and it just gets so crowded. Anything can happen.
Mm-hmm. That's right. So can Flying Mohawk win? Yeah, he's fast enough.
Yeah.
And you just never know what's going to happen.
And like Nathan said, he's barely going to be touching the dirt. He's so fast. So
am I going to bet on Flying Mohawk? Probably $2, just so that when Nathan, if he wins, so Nathan can't say, "Well, I told you he's going to win." I'm like, "Well, yeah, me too. I bet on him." So now, we got to open up another bottle. We're going to let you guys pick. Should we keep it in Woodford? Because this is a bottle that I picked up not too long ago. This is a Woodford Reserve. It's a Virginia ABC store pick. So made specifically, it says, I think personally selected. Where's my little flashlight?
Where'd it go? I don't know where it went.
Right there.
Oh, it was blending with the bottle.
It says it was personally selected by Virginia ABC stores. So
there's Shakey's reviews.
Wow.
Good evening, Shakey's. How are you?
Good to see him.
Yeah, it is.
Good to see you. So yeah, horse racing live is cool. So do we want to open up another Woodford, or do we want to open up this Knob Creek, another great Kentucky Derby distillery, which is Jim Beam? So that's the, let's see if I can get that. Knob Creek bourbon times rye. So y'all get to vote. So you say Knob Creek or Woodford.
This is a different one than that.
So whichever one you guys want, we're gonna try.
Flip a
Knob
coin,
Creek.
both great bottles. Terry says go for the Woodford.
Flip a coin.
Scott says Knob Creek.
Knob Creek, Woodford, it's 1-1.
Shaky's
Knob Creek's Shaky's is 2-1. Next one wins.
Or if it's Woodford, it's tied.
Yeah. If it's Woodford, it'll tie it up. We got to get 3. So appreciate everybody coming in.
Absolutely.
And Lou Wink. Lou, thanks for coming in.
Hello, Lou.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
And he put it over the top with the Knob Creek. So thanks, Lou.
Knob Creek
PJ says Woodford. And but I will say, I didn't score the 121. That's a 92. That's a very, very. That's the best Woodford I've ever had.
Yeah.
The 121.2. It is definitely the best Woodford I've ever had.
And I love double oaked awful well, but I would for me that's my favorite.
That's really good.
I'll give it a I'm gonna give it a 90.
Well, we're gonna go back to Woodford, PJ.
I gave it a 94.
So it was Knob Creek, right?
Yeah.
So we may come back to that one here in just a second, but now this one's got that nice little tag up here. Does that mean I can yeah. I've been wanting to try this. I think Nathan had one and I tried his and I really liked it, but I couldn't score it because I don't own it. And this one, there's Wahoo Wah.
Hello, Wahoo Wah.
Les. Thanks for coming in.
Great to see you.
Let's see who. Let's do this cork pull to PJ, even though he wants us to do another Woodford.
Well, we better say the Woodford.
Should we say the Woodford for PJ? Nah, we're going to do this one.
Just because it's opposite day.
And so we're just going to do this cork pull for PJ. And I appreciate all the members that have come in saying hello. Appreciate you guys. And you can join the YouTube for $1, and you can join Patreon for $3, and or you can. There's a couple levels in Patreon. So
here we go. He said, "Do the knob."
PJ Slots and Entertainment. Ooh,
there you go.
That was a really good pop.
Very good pop.
Really good. All right, let's see. We'll do out of this Brady's Distillery glass.
I've got Smooth Ambler.
Brady's is a little craft distillery in Roanoke.
Yep, local.
Pretty cool place. They have me. I don't know if you can see that. See, Tina,
too much
turn
reflection.
Your head.
Does that help?
Yeah, Brady's. There you go.
Yeah, because my face otherwise was.
And Tina's got. Turn your head again. Smooth Ambler. West Virginia Distillery.
Yep. A Virginia distillery and a West Virginia distillery.
Oh. That smells pretty good, but nothing like that 121. So Knob Creek bourbon and rye, and I love high rye bourbons.
I was gonna say.
This is 113 proof.
Compared to the other one, this has a lighter scent.
So the bourbon
Fragrance.
The bourbon is aged for 9 years, and the rye was aged for 7 years. So that's pretty daggone interesting. That's pretty cool.
Yes, thank you.
He says he
Cast
brings out the
529. Please don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps. Just
yeah.
click
Thanks,
right out of the chat.
thanks, Brian. Appreciate it.
Hit the thumbs up and come right out on in.
Thanks for the reminder, Cass. Yes,
Yes.
we love Scott and Chris.
Yes.
They're the coolest.
I missed them.
Yeah,
Wanna
we
see
do.
'em.
This is actually, it smells really good. More.
It's
Now, guys, I never read notes, and so I make up my own notes, and they're probably wrong, just
Right.
like my horse betting.
you could have something completely different.
Yeah, and that's, to me, I get cinnamon, I get some bacon spices, I get a little kind of almost peppermint or something. Is that?
I was going to say either mint or citrus. I think I'm getting citrus.
Yeah.
Just a hint, not
Mhm.
overwhelming.
Smells good, but it's
It's real light.
right, and a really different smell from the Woodford. The
Oh
yes.
Is it open yet?
Yeah, that is the Merlarky's. That'd be a great place to meet up too. That Merlarky Distillery.
Mhm.
But I think I'm the place that I really want to meet out on the East Coast is at the Charlestown. There's a horse racetrack there.
And
There's a distillery, the Devil's Due, which is close by. And so I was wanting to do a meetup where we could meet at the Devil's Due Distillery and then maybe head over to the Hollywood Casino in Charlestown. We could hang out there. I think that would be a really fun day. There's plenty of motel options if people want to come in. So I'm going to be working on that. So maybe we can get something going on for that. That would be love to see everybody that's in here show up.
that would be
And
awesome.
that would be really cool. That's I don't think it's too far from everybody, but if that won't work, we'll think of something else. But anyway, let's get back to this.
All right, let's give it a taste.
God, the 113 proof really comes in
Yes.
towards the back,
Mhm.
and
But I don't get over like a
Mhm.
whole lot of heat. I'm getting some heat, but it's not overwhelming.
it actually starts mid palate. I can start
Mhm.
getting the heat, like, or really spicy, but it's kind of spicy. I'm not getting maybe it's just me, but I'm not getting a lot of sweetness.
I'm getting I hate to say this, but because I always do. But compared to like what we were getting on the other one, which now that one seems sweeter to me because this one's not as sweet.
Right.
It's got some sweetness. It's not bitter, but just a light oak, not too overwhelming, just
Yeah.
enough.
I was getting
And I like that.
I was
on a
getting a
bourbon.
little more oak than the Woodford
Yeah.
for sure,
Mhm.
and so that was cool. He said, "Now after I bet my whole paycheck on your picks." Yeah, my picks are horrible, but no. It's like, hey, I just if you get
Oh, gosh.
just have fun with it, and
Yeah.
And I will say this: if there is a Triple Crown winner, it's going to be, to me, and this is just my opinion, it's one of two horses, and journalism is one of them,
Mhm.
and American Promise is the other. and that American Promise is going way out on a limb. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Comparatively,
yeah.
just from stats, and
Mm-hmm.
we've watched them race several times, like all those horses.
And
Not
the
all
other
of them, but
and the
most
other
of
one is Baeza. That horse just got in yesterday or today. That horse could be really, really good. So I don't know. Huh. Right. Yeah. Yeah, I went to their website. He said, I bet my Patreon fees on American Promise. $9.
Oh goodness,
All right. So I got to finish tasting this.
this is pretty good. I like this.
Oh, yeah. I got a little sweetness that time out of there because I rinsed my palate out pretty good. And still getting a lot of oak. I'm getting a lot of heat in the back. Not like overwhelming heat, but
That time it was more smooth and less heat for me.
yeah.
The second sip was. But I don't mind the oak. That's me.
Yeah. If you like the oakiness, then you will really like this.
Yep. It's really good. I like it.
I would give this a 77, which is a really good score. I mean, this is something you could come in and just after work, or just you want to try something a little higher rye, a little bourbon, a little oakiness. That's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
I think it's pretty easy to sip. I'm probably going to go a little bit higher, like 80.
80. And I also think that, Knob Creek's always a good mixer. Always. Like Knob Creek 9 or 12.
Oh, yeah.
And this would be another good mixer because, man, it's going to really... I like to be able to taste the whiskey or the rye when I'm having a cocktail. So this is going to come out really nice.
Yeah.
And
that's a good point.
Yeah. So. Well, guys, thank y'all for coming in. So, there was one other thing I wanted to show you on the something I forgot to tell you about when I'm looking at the horses. Let me share my screen again.
There's West Virginia Bourbon guy.
All right.
Cheers to you. Thank you for coming in.
So I pay a little extra for if this will show up. I don't see it on here. The for the time form. Now, if you look at this is saying the early pace. They're saying at number 12, which is I should know that by heart who that is, number 12. East Avenue. Yeah, East Avenue is very fast. Out of the box, he's going to be out early. 20, that's probably Owen Almighty. He'll be out there. There's number 5, American Promise. Number 2 is Neo Oquist. And then that number 1 is Citizen Bull. So that's the early pace. These are the horses with lots of speed. All right. And then the daily racing form if you come down here, it'll tell you that it's picking number 8, which is journalism. 8, 17, 21, and 1. That's their picks. 17 is Sandman. 21 is Baeza. And 1 is Citizen Bull. I think Citizen Bull can hang on. Now, what I look at, but that's just their
one
their thing. That's just what they're thinking. Now, when I look at this, and this is one of the reasons why I like Burnham Square. If you look at this chart, this is who's fast early, and this is their speed late. So if you look at Burnham Square, he's got a 91 speed early, okay? And that's not the fastest, but he's not too far behind. He'll be mid-pack. But then look how he comes. He's the second fastest closer, has the second fast late speed coming down the stretch.
Speed matters.
That's why I like Burnham Square. You can see, and also if you look at journalism's got 82. He's really kind of slow out of the gate, but he gets going pretty quick, and then he comes back closing faster than anybody, 116. Okay. Now, then if you look at somebody like Tiz-tastic also. Tiz-tastic's right there with Burnham Square. 91, not the fastest out of the gate, but then he comes up, he's got 100 closing. So he's just going to be right there in the middle of it all the time. Then you look at somebody like American Promise. He's way fast early, but he's slower finishing.
Yeah.
So, but I still think if he's out there early and has a good lead, maybe they can't catch him. We'll see how that works out. So that's one thing I wanted to tell you. That's why I like looking at these, who's fast late and who's fast early. All right. So you got Flying Mohawk. He's, in the back early. And then he's got 103 closing. But look at who else is up here that closes faster. Sovereignty, Burnham Square, Sandman, Final Gambit, Publisher. So
that's crazy.
So that's something I always think about.
Yep.
So
for sure. All right.
That's fun to look at. And so good to see West Virginia Bourbon guy come in. And let's see what we could try. We can try.
You want to do Woodford or let him pick?
Or we can let him pick. And also, we got one more bourbon maybe that we'll try. We'll let you pick. And so we'll see. Too much info. Yeah, welcome to my world. Like I'm going through all these numbers, and it's like I'll go through numbers, and then somebody like I like Flying Mohawk, or I like Sandman because he's cool, and we're gonna go for Sandman, and that's who might win. So where's the other one? The Woodford. Can you reach that?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna give you another chance. He said, I did a superfecta like your sheet suggested. 8, 17, 21, and 1 for $1. Heck.
Never know.
You never know. It might win. So
Terry's Woodford.
Woodford already. Elijah Craig. This is actually the C924, which I never opened. And I hope y'all picked Woodford so I don't have to open it. So we got one Woodford. That's cheaper than playing slots.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. You might win big too. Oh, we got fireworks going off.
That's
from
the
baseball.
That's the Salem Red Sox.
Well, look at here. Great couple, cute channel. Just stopping by to give some positivity. Well, we thank you, Whiskey Reaper.
Yes.
Thank you very
Whiskey
much.
Reaper.
There's another Woodford. And he says, you know what time it is? Must be bourbon time, I guess.
Hey.
Do we have
what time
another
it is
Woodford,
here.
or somebody gonna vote for Elijah Craig?
Let's go Woodford. No, Elijah Craig is great too. But
Yeah,
PJ's been dying for us to keep it in the Woodford
yeah. We need to do.
for the Kentucky Derby.
We need 3 Elijah Craig. I'll open this, or 1 more Woodford. Come on, Scott.
Drum
Has he
roll.
left us already? Well, good luck.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
You.
everybody go subscribe to
We will
Whiskey
have to
Reaper.
look you up. That's awesome.
And there's Woodford, Shauna says.
There you go, Shauna.
So we're gonna keep my Elijah Craig C924 unopened for a little bit longer. Heck, I might give it away.
And Dr. Hamilton gave it a Woodford too, just for seal
Yeah,
the deal.
there you go.
And West Virginia bourbon guy.
And thank you,
So there was 3 more.
Dr. Hamilton, for the super chat. That
Yeah, the
was
Cash
not
App.
super chat, it was Cash App.
Yes, thank
you
you.
for that a lot.
And then PJ
PJ,
Crawford.
he switched his
He
channel.
switched channels.
Somebody, well, PJ Golfer, go check him out. There's a lot of people you got to check out in here. Twin Spires and COVID put our local OTB out of business. Oh, wow. I miss being able to go bet and watch with the crowd. Yeah, we still have in Roanoke and in Virginia, there's several places off-track betting, and we've gone the last couple of years over there to bet in person because it's fun.
Yeah, it is. Well, they way up the Rosie's gaming.
Oh yeah, it's like almost real slots. It's pretty cool.
It's really cool. A lot of fun. And they always have live bands. It's amazing. They got a great stage and it's a whole great setup actually.
Once we cut this out. I couldn't find the little tag.
Yeah, I mean,
So
we
we're-
still like Charlestown, PJ, you know.
Yeah, we love Charlestown.
You know, we've been there. You've been there with us.
Charlestown, you can do live betting right there.
All right. Who's this popcorn house?
Well, we're going to do this one for Dr. Hamilton because he's
That's right.
he's not a Patreon member, but he donates often when he comes in.
Yeah.
So we appreciate him.
Thank you.
$25 Cash App. So this cork's going out to him. Thank you, sir. Oh, that's the best one of the night.
Yeah.
That was really nice.
Nice.
And that smells good too.
Is that right, West Virginia bourbon guy? Charlestown,
Oh,
West
wow.
Virginia?
Well, we might do a meet up there, so we look forward to meeting you.
Yeah.
Right there in person.
Oh, it's back to 4 days now, PJ said.
Oh, is it?
Okay.
That's
this
good.
time last year, it was just what?
Thursday, Friday,
Friday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So now it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I guess. Yeah.
There's a bug in here. All right, Buffalo Trace glass, and I think they're getting back to business.
I have a plain one. You should have a little Woodford. What do you call them?
Oh, McKenzie.
Oh, we'll use those tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, guys, we may go live after the Derby tomorrow. So just to wrap things up, which the Derby runs about 7, so maybe about 8:30, y'all can come in and see me crying,
If you're available.
or I might be,
May have too many mint juleps or old fashions or Woodford. Of course, no.
but
We might have.
so we may do
one
it
for the
again.
race.
That's pretty good, but
West Virginia Bourbon said can meet you guys at Devil's Due. That sounds
Oh
awesome.
yeah, the Devil's Due is a cool place. So that might be the. Everybody look up Hollywood Casino, Charlestown. I'll send out. We'll talk more and we'll see if we can get that going on. Yeah, that is bad what happened with the floods, but I think they are getting back.
Yeah.
Ooh. Cool.
Oh yes,
That's
trifecta. Cool. You would be happy. You're right.
Oh yeah, I'd be very happy. All right, this smells like your typical Woodford, just like regular shelf bottle. 5 hours to Charlestown for that's not too bad. So that's not too bad at all. But that'd be cool to meet up for sure.
It takes us about 3 hours to get up there.
And we need to get them in on the live stream with us.
Yeah.
That would be y'all fun. Are up for that. We'll draw y'all in sometime soon. Oh, that's really good. It's a little bit better than your just typical shelf.
Yes, it is.
Bourbon. It's not as good as the 121, but it's pretty daggone close. It's about an 80 something, but
it's very smooth. Easy sipper.
Hand me that bottle again. I didn't tell them
what do you taste and flavor wise?
PJ's PJ's very close.
Which again I like.
We did a live stream with PJ up there at Charlestown one time
for one of the races. I think one of the Kentucky.
Was it
Derby? No, it was. I can't
Belmont.
remember. It was next to the Belmont.
Which
one was it, PJ?
45.2%. So it's 90.4 proof. So yes, not much proof to it.
Minnesota 3. Well, thank you. Just found your channel. Really enjoy it.
Well, good.
Thank you for coming in.
Spread the word. Thanks for coming in. And
make sure you subscribe and hit that like button.
Mm-hmm.
See if we can't make it to 6,000.
That is very, man. This is very approachable. Just something that you could just. Because I often say, and you've heard me say many times, sometimes you don't want to be challenged by maybe the proof or something. So this was something that, like my son, he doesn't do well with high proofs because he just wants to relax and sip. Now, for me, I like the high proof because I just get all those flavors.
Very smooth.
But
no, PJ, you forget. We went live for one of the races.
I think
last year or year before. I think it might have been year before. Yep. It was either
we were at the
remember in
Roadway Hotel, which is actually really nice.
And it was in our
motel room. We were all sitting on the edge of the bed. It's fun.
Forget stuff.
So
it's on our channel.
The notes on this is just like your typical Woodford. You get a little like brown sugar, vanilla, and then just not a lot of heat. Very sippable. Not a long finish. Decent.
Very easy sipper.
Trying to think.
I like all your description actually.
Mm-hmm.
It's very much what
I would give this and it's what did I give the Knob Creek?
You gave it a 77.
77. I'm gonna give this a 70. 7, but it's totally different. 2 77s because maybe it's 76. I'm gonna give it 76. This is 76. Because it's not something that's like when you open that 121, you're getting all kind of flavors. You're getting the oak, you're getting sweetness, you're getting
What you say,
76.
And I forgot what you.
But I love this. This is, you talking about a daily sipper. This is it. Not expensive, but pretty cool.
I forgot what you gave the 121 Woodford.
I gave it a 92.
Yes.
Yes, we like the high proof too, for sure. And
This I'd give it an 82. Because this is something
yeah,
it is very easy to sift. Like you said, it's not too challenging. Meaning, for me, that means a whole lot of heat.
Yep. Well, all right, we're going to give you about 3 or 4 minutes. Ask questions.
Who are you going to place your bets on?
Yeah, that's what. Yes, put who you think's going to win.
What horses do you
And then
like?
I might just pick out those and just bet those. Except Sandman.
And are you going to do win, place, or show? Or
I will say this. One of the reasons I'm not betting Sandman is because he drew post 17. No horses ever won out of 17. But now he's moved down to like 16. Maybe 15.
How is that?
Because the other horses that were led.
The scratch ones.
And no white horse has ever won the Kentucky Derby. Now, it's got to happen sometime.
Mm-hmm.
He could be the first one, but I'm just not going to. If he wins, he's going to. I just ain't going to win. Owen Almighty.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Owen Almighty, but I was going to bet on Grande.
And I guess he's moved down. He was in post 20 position.
Shauna just probably like saying, Owen. American Promise finishes in the money. I'll hit a few bets. Yeah, there you go.
Well, there is Roger. He's sitting outside
There he is.
By the fire between rains.
Oh, my goodness.
How are you, sir?
Not between rains. He's not right here. We wish he was. He's a good guy.
East Avenue for Terry.
East Avenue is a good bet. I will be betting on him. I will bet like several trifectas and several superfectas.
Yes, you have to.
And
you have to.
All kinds. That's just what I do. So East Avenue,
Some form of combination shall come in, I hope.
Yeah. Journalism and American Promise. That's my 2 favorites, and they both probably finished 16th and 17th. But my gosh, that's who I'm more going for.
And Polly Walnut's going with Luxor Cafe. Had a good prime rib there.
Where do you see that? Where do you see Luxor Cafe?
Polly Walnuts.
Oh, going to go with. Well, I got to show that Luxor Cafe. He had a good prime rib there. And you know what? He's actually pretty good. I mean, and I meant to say this earlier. You know, you had all the hype of Forever Young and Dermot Sotogake. Nobody's talking about Luxor Cafe. And that horse is pretty good. So he may just be the first Japanese runner to win. We got
Patrick
no way.
Littledew.
1, 2 for the win.
Well, hello, Patrick Littledew. He had 10 months.
1 and 2. Oh,
in
yeah.
the Oaks. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I bet on
journalism.
I bet on Tenma as well, and I lost that. But I did hit one of them to come in to show, and I can't remember who it was now, but I did get that. And they got Luxor Cafe boxed on a few bets, and so
That's cool. I love hearing all your.
Yeah. Any more? Any other horse bets? Because those are cool. I like Tistastic. If it's raining, Tistastic might be the one. Put all your money on Sandman. He did win in Arkansas. Yes, he did. He won that Arkansas
There you
Derby.
go.
Yep. He's good. He's a good one.
I
Okay,
love
who's
all
the
different
mutter?
picks.
Yeah, that's what I said. I think Tistastic is the one, but I also think American Promise is big horse, and he might get stuck in the mud. He said that
He
on
might be too heavy.
but
There's all kinds of factors.
man, it's on there. Still undecided. I'll lock mine in tomorrow. Yeah, there you go.
Have you a few Woodfords and then decide.
I think if it is muddy, is it? You have to wonder if a horse with some speed gets out with all that mud flying. Is it going to be hard for a horse from behind to come get him?
Yeah, I mean,
A
lot of times they don't like that mud. Then some just run right through it like it's a charge. You know, they don't care.
Just
Come
like
out of there dirty as crap.
Sovereignty won a race here recently, and so did Journalism. When Journalism won that last race, he was nothing but dirt, like caked.
Yeah.
You couldn't even see what color he was, but he didn't care. That's why I like Journalism. Journalism is a very talented horse. Underneath on Derby, Sovereignty, Cold Battle, Burnham Square, and Baeza. That's a good one right there. That's good. That's actually a good little super fact. If you did Sovereignty, Cold Battle, Burnham Square, Baeza.
I like Cold Battle.
That might do it.
Nobody else is saying Cold Battle.
I really want Cold Battle to win this race because that's the best story. $70,000.
Yeah.
And if you see his trainer, Lonnie Briley, what? Just he's like 77, 78-year-old man. And he's like, well, we just don't like all this circumstance going on. It's just a whole lot going on. And Cold Battle's not doing good. He's really worried about his horse, and he doesn't like all the attention.
Yeah, all the people and all the crowds. And
he says it's nice, and he said everybody's nice, but I think it stresses him.
Yeah.
It stresses him out.
Not used to all that.
So, yeah.
But again, I go with my heart in the story.
Yeah.
All of those stats I leave to him, and Cold Battle don't have a whole lot of those, but he did make it into the Derby, so it means something.
And guys, while you're working on we're going to leave you with this little thought right here. I'm going to share my screen. And so don't forget, you can go to frontiersmanadventures.com and you can browse all our products, and you can look how pretty Tina is right there. And we still hadn't ordered the t-shirts for her, but you can get the Glencairns, you can get these t-shirts, and the best one, I know it's a little bit more expensive. That's not. This one is a kind of a stretchy shirt. $25. It's it's stretched.
Really, really soft.
It's really nice. But my favorite one, and I like that one too.
Yeah.
But my favorite one is this one. This one right here, because it just fits.
That's the one that I think is really
so nice.
I misspoke.
It doesn't grab my belly as much, so
Marshall,
I don't
it's straight up sips. Cheers, straight up sips. How are you, Marshall? And Alyssa, tell her hello.
And hope she's doing well.
Yes.
Is that baby here yet? Marsha's. The hoodies are the best. Now you get those on
Burnham Square is a good long shot bet. Yep.
You can get the hoodies by going to the Teespring on the underneath on my channel. So
we don't have those.
You can order them there, but I don't have those in store. And these shirts that I'm showing you on the website are different. They're a lot better than the Teespring t-shirts. They're really nice. Because I ordered several samples to pick out what I really like. So, and you can get one of these glasses there too.
And we're gonna be adding stuff as we can.
I want some more of that.
Oh yeah.
Woodford.
Yeah. We're gonna be adding to it. Hats hopefully, and some other things. So stay tuned for that.
Alyssa's grandfather's 80th birthday. Well, this one's going.
Very cool.
We've already tried this, Marshall, but we're going to do this cork pull for you, Patreon member.
Good one.
Pretty good again. And I like what Dr. Hampton said. Burnham Square is a good long shot, but I think so too.
PJ wants to know: do we have any decanters? I don't think we do.
No, we don't.
I don't think we have any decanters. We got the KenoKids a nice decanter with their initials on it for their wedding a couple years ago.
Now,
but we don't have any.
After trying these other two,
I mean, we've got some old ones, but nothing that we use. We have some vintage ones. I know. All right, I gotta have some more.
This stuff is so good. That Woodford 121.2, that is good stuff.
All right. Just for you guys, we're going to have, he's already done it. I'm going to have a little bit more. Should I have some of this tomorrow? I might go back and forth between this and the Virginia ABC pick. Is that just a Virginia ABC pick, or it's not like a single? I guess it is a single.
No, it's not. It's a batch. It's just it's a batch. So
but pick Virginia ABC. Yeah.
Virginia ABC. So, any other questions? We're just hanging out because it's cool. We're having fun.
And these were great.
We were going to end in an hour
conversation,
but we might end another one. We might end pretty soon, but unless we have more questions.
Came in, Marshall.
Yeah,
Straight Up Sips.
Yep. Glad everybody came in. It's so nice.
Great to have all of you here. And I saw some new faces, I think. If you are new here, or if you're not, please subscribe.
Yeah.
Please.
And also thanks to Cask 529 and Shauna, who donated the $5 super chat.
Yes, and Dr.
Right
Hamilton.
here, that is. Thank you.
Yep.
You're awesome. And Dr. Hampton gave us a Cash.App, and we're not worthy.
Thank you.
Pretty soon, guys, we're going to do, once I get to 6,000, I don't know why I'm celebrating 6,000. I don't know. I just want to do a giveaway.
Celebrated any milestone, but we thought about it. It's like, hey, that'd be a good idea. Actually, you just thought of it while we were alive.
No, I thought of it before.
Well, you were thinking in the back of your head, but somebody had mentioned while we were live now, and we just don't even think about it. But
he says
you are definitely an old face in a good way, Dr. Hamilton. For sure.
Thank you, Shauna. And you did design a shirt like Tina is wearing.
Kentucky Bourbon Trail. Who said that?
PJ. Oh, just with an emblem on right here. We could do that.
I agree. I like your little circle one.
So, thanks everybody.
This is amazing. It's a lot of heat, but it's a.
Should we do one more bottle?
No. We got to save some things for tomorrow.
Oh, let me
while
give
we're
you
watching Kentucky Derby.
let me give you guys something that you need to think about. As the Kentucky Derby approaches, there are future wagers that you can make. So, for example, and there's 6 different pools. Kentucky Derby wager pool 1, and there'll be a bunch of horses. And like I've got bets on Coal Battle, and some of those are like 20-something to 1. Some of them are 58 to 1. I've got bets on Tistastic at 67 to 1. And so I'll pick out like 6 horses each pool, sometimes more than that. And some of them don't even get in a Derby, but the ones that do, if they win, you got some big odds that you're not going to get on Derby Day. Yeah. PJ says, good show. Who suggested this? Thanks.
Great idea.
PJ did. He texted me today and said, hey, are you going live? I'm like, well, I wasn't planning on it. He's like, well, you need to do that with your, because he knows, PJ knows I love betting the horses. So he knows I've been studying. And so we did it a couple years ago, but nobody really wants to, And if you lose, guys, I can't give you any money back.
Just make some backup bets.
This is one that we could try, but I don't want to open this either.
Yeah, not tonight.
And this is another one. Jim Beam Single Barrel. I've never opened that.
That's another Kentucky bourbon. We could do that tomorrow if we go live. We don't know for sure.
We may do live tomorrow. Woo. Oh, wow. What a bet. He's got Sandman at 125
wow,
to 1.
If he wins,
I bet he's hoping he wins.
Yes. That'll be awesome if that happens. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, I think Nathan has Flying Mohawk at like 103 to 1. So he's got like $4. So if he wins, that's why he's wanting Mohawk.
Yeah. He's wanting that, what, $400 and some or more.
Yeah, that is true. Losing on horses is still cheaper than losing in Vegas. That is true.
What's your betting budget? I took that off equity look. Oh, God.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
I try not to count, honestly, because like I'll start out because I bet on each wager pool. I probably spent $80 on all the wager pools. Hadn't I? Because I do about $20 maybe or something each time.
Every week we go down to Rose's and do the pools.
Some of them I bet $4 or $5. Like I had a bunch of picks on Barnes.
When did those start? Like
it's like January, February is the first one.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. About February,
I didn't
maybe.
think it started like in November.
And then, so then I'll probably bet anywhere from $40 to $100. But what I do is I'll start off with $25, and I'll start betting the early races, and I'll hit some of those. So that gives me more money to bet on the Kentucky Derby. So I try to go with my wins, and then I'll use my wins to place more bets on the Kentucky Derby. So that's how I do it. So, but I don't just bet the Derby. I bet on all day, starting at 11 o'clock
all the races.
to all the races. So I bet on just about each one. And there's a few that I'll just look at. I'm like, I can't. There's no way I'm betting this race because I don't know.
And then as soon as the race is over, if he doesn't bet on it, he'll be like, "That's exactly who I was thinking of." Like he'll tell me like it. I'm like, "Well, you should have bet it." No. He's like, "Daggone it." Yeah.
So anyway, I would say if I'm going to do a trifecta, I'm going to bet. I'll do 2 different trifectas. One, journalism Burnham Square, and Sovereignty. And then I'll do another one with Journalism, American Promise, and Sovereignty. Or I may just knock Journalism out and do American Promise, Burnham Square, and Sovereignty. That's the 4 horses. And I'll do those 4 in a superfecta. You know, you can do a 10-cent superfecta. Box those, and that costs you $2.40. So that means if you do American Promise, Sovereignty, Journalism, and Tistastic, or Sovereignty, is that what I said?
Yeah.
Burnham Square and Sovereignty. If you do all 4 of those, you do a superfecta box, put the 4 horses you like, and that costs you $2.40. Or if you're certain that journalism is going to win, then you can put a key, put Journalism number 1, and then box the other 3. You can do it that way. Yeah, that's easy to pick the winner after the race.
It is. Like, I don't know why everybody just doesn't wait and do that.
Except when Rich Strike won. That Rich Strike was the worst, and I did a video of that. I had the trifecta, the top 3, and the top 4 coming in. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I'm going to get the trifecta and the superfecta. And all of a sudden, here come Rich Strike, and he won the race.
That was 2022, if you're interested.
Yeah. So all my horses came then. I didn't have a single bet on Rich Strike. He was 80-1. And I had 2, 3, 4, 5, which pays you nothing. There is no bets. Unless So we're going to let y'all go. We've had a great time. We drank some really good bourbon, especially that Woodford 121.2.
Yep.
That's good stuff.
Very good.
Really good. So
we had it twice.
Yeah, we're going to run too. Thanks, Brian, for coming in. Thanks, Shauna. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you all.
Thanks so much.
Please hit that like button on your way out if you haven't done so already. And if you're new here, again, and you're not subscribed, please subscribe.
Yep. Hopefully we will maybe go live around 8:30 tomorrow after the Derby's done, and we'll see what's up. So
we'll post it. He'll schedule it if that's the case. Yeah. So be on the lookout.
Yep. Thank you guys. Thanks everybody for
you so much
coming in.
Appreciate you all.
And always
keep it squatchy.
squatchy.
Have a good night.
Good night.